Hello and welcome back to Hold the Line Sports, where we do the work so you don't have to. Today we have another day where I have done almost no legwork to get this bad boy up and running. So my better half, Will, has done his due diligence and put together a layout for our podcast today. At this point, it's looking like me and Will are taking turns doing this, which means 1 week we will have a nice, tidy episode that ends well within our time constraints. And then another week with very little in the way of guidelines that will almost always go over on time. I will say, though, last week we were cruising until like the last 20 minutes. And then I realized we were like at an hour 15, like way too late. But I was doing good for a while. I remember saying at like the 40-minute mark that I was like, oh, yeah, we're cruising through this right now. And then I guess I fell apart towards the end. I couldn't close it out. And I apologize, fellas. Needless to say, Will has this one. So whenever you are ready, lead us to the promised land.
Let's do it. First thing we can talk about today is probably the biggest storyline from this past week of, everything going on in MLB. And it's not even to do with, playing games. It is to do with Aaron Judge being named the captain of the USA World Baseball Classic team for 2026. Obviously, it's the choice. It's the correct choice. The only other person it could have been was Mike Trout just running it back. But still, Aaron Judge is still the correct choice after how good he's been. And he's the captain of probably, if not the second most popular baseball team in the world. So it's a pretty good choice.
Or least popular, depending on how you want to look at it. A lot of people hate these guys. But and I think it's just like, it's kind of like symbolism a little bit. It's like the passing of the torch in a way. Like Mike Trout kind of held it down, and I remember Trout doing it. He like carried the flag or whatever. I forgot what year it was at this point. 2024 maybe.
24.
And just like, cause I think it was like him and Ohtani that were like carrying it out. And just like, that's a super big honor, I think. And I'm going through the names, and it's like, I feel like Judge, I think he kind of represents like American baseball right now, probably more so than anyone else. Captain of the Yankees, like it'd be the same kind of role that Derek Jeter would have if he was playing, during the, WBC days. So I just think it's like a passing of the torch, and I think it's the perfect kind of guy to have the torch passed to.
Nate, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with y'all. I think it's a really good decision. I mean, the past few years, you've obviously seen that Judge has taken over the spotlight a little bit over Trout due to injuries, other things like that. And, I think it's his time. He's got baseball on his shoulders right now. He's doing a good job.
Who selects this? Was it Dero?
It was Dero, yeah.
Okay. Dero's the coach, Nate, if you didn't know that. Mark DeRosa is the head coach.
Yes, I read that much.
Well, I didn't know. I just thought that was cool too. Like I actually didn't see that happening.
Because I want to say Mr. Barry Bonds is the hitting coach as well, which is huge.
I forgot who they listen. I forgot
their
they said the pitching coach too. I forget who's the pitching coach. They said
it's
it.
Are you? I thought the hitting coach was
Holiday. I know it was Barry last time. It might be Holiday.
I think it's Matt Holiday. The pitching coach is, dude, I'm gonna feel stupid. Oh my gosh.
I literally read it today, and I just can't.
It's like a guy that we should not even.
For sure, it was in the article. Will, do you remember?
I am looking it up right now. Keep going.
I am going, but it's really just a lot of me trying to remember what I read earlier today.
Yeah, we're idiots. Andy Pettit.
Andy Pettit.
Jeez, man. Like, come on, dude.
We're idiots.
So stupid. But yeah, so like the coaching staff is fire. Like that's an awesome coaching staff.
Yeah, especially like I feel like not only like going on like within the entire World Baseball Classic, but going forward as well. Like I remember there's a story about Christian Yelich where Barry Bonds literally saved his career. Maybe something like that can happen with a Matt Holiday or an Andy Pettit to a pitch or something like that. I mean, I'm excited for it though. I always love the World Baseball Classic. It's behind the World Series. It's my favorite it's my favorite baseball tournament. Anything like that.
I think it like really rivals it in terms of just like the intensity and like how serious everyone takes it. Like it's some of the best moments especially the past one, like have come from the World Baseball Classic. I
I
always
mean,
look
you
forward to it.
couldn't write a better storybook ending except Mike Trout hitting a home run on it. But
Except us not
uh,
striking out.
but I mean,
That's such a
Shohei
battle,
versus
though.
Mike Trout,
Like that's
yeah,
such a battle. Like that's like that doesn't happen often.
and he struck out on like a 97-mile-per-hour slider.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know
I
they
would
were
strike out
both
on that.
just like they were both as locked in as possible. Like this was like it was like peak. This is like a peak competitive moment. So they were both dialed in. He was
Oh
going
yeah,
to get his best stuff for sure.
Mike was swinging for the fences, and Shohei was throwing about 110 miles per hour.
He was throwing 100%, like 1,000%. He's throwing as hard as he can. Like I'm blowing this by him.
Shohei looked like 2021 Tyler Matzik. Like he looked like that.
It's
like when Mookie Betts on his
pinnacle
podcast said,
pinnacle of pitching.
like when Mookie said Matzik on his podcast, he was like, "Yeah, that dude was throwing 1,000 miles per hour." That's what Shohei was doing.
Man, to go back to those days, those are the golden years right there.
Yep. And now we're 5-11.
5-11.
About to go 5-12.
About to be 5-12. Yeah. 100%.
As of recording, yes, we are down a 6-3.
We're watching it live. Yeah, we're watching it happen live.
I am actually not watching. I'm locked in.
Oh, I thought we already lost.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I just saw it on here. It was 6-3. Unless I'm super far behind.
Did we just lose?
Yeah, I think we already lost.
Dang it, we just lost. Yeah, we lost. Okay, so 5-12.
Room for growth.
Oh well.
But I mean, any final thoughts on Aaron Judge getting the captain nod?
So I think I have like a little like a futures bet for us. So we got Aaron Judge for right now, and I would say probably the next couple it's going to be Judge. Who do you guys predict will be the captain after him?
I'm going to go with Bobby Witt Jr. because the national team likes to do something where they save their final roster spot for some young kid who hasn't been proven yet, but is like would be like an asset to them. Last time it was Bobby Witt Jr. He didn't play. He played in 5 games, but only got 2 ABs, and he was basically just off the bench as a speed guy. And it was so Bobby Witt Jr. has been on this team before, and they chose him obviously over other guys who had yet to be proven something like that. So I'd have to go with Bobby Witt.
I like that. Nate, who do you think?
Said next team captain.
Yeah, after Judge.
Oh man,
I'm assuming Judge probably gets like this one and the next one. Probably gets the next 2 would be my guess.
If he wants it, yes. If he wants it.
See, I would. Dude, that's the tough part too. Is because when I was thinking I was going to go with a guy that could get it maybe in 4 years, he'd be a little older. So can I just assume Judge won't take it in the next?
Sure.
He's going to be a little older, but maybe somebody like Bryce Harper.
That was my other one.
That's a good one.
That's
another guy that kind of deserves one too.
Now, in 2 years, dude might not even be playing. In 8 years, he might not even be playing baseball.
Yeah,
So I was.
That's a good one too.
I mean, he's an influencer now, so he's making money on the side.
I see him on the gram all the time.
He's like making banana bread and coffee. But I watch though. I watch. But yeah,
I went the younger route too. I'm going with Adley Rutschman. I think he's just catchers tend to be captains anyways, like there. I think that's the route I would go. But I like both of yours too. I think all 3 would be admirable choices.
I think as far as I know, I think probably in my opinion the most likely if it was to be the next one, it'd be Bryce.
Yeah,
two baseball classics down the road, I think it'd be Adley or Bobby Witt, because I think also, like, to my knowledge, that Adley and Bobby are not like they're like the quiet type ish as well, and then Bryce Harper's really the leader of his team right now. But down the road, I can definitely see Adley and Bobby being the leader of the team because there'll be more than 3 years of experience in the league. But yeah, I think honestly, I would not be shocked if when it's all said and done, when all 3 of these guys that we've mentioned are retired, that they all at least had one.
I like that.
Because how old is Bryce now?
32, 33, something like that.
He could possibly in 8 years get possibly
it feels like he's been in the league so long because
No,
he
I know.
has, but it's because he came up at
Yeah.
19.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like 18, 19. So I mean he's younger than you think.
Yeah.
But he has been in the league for forever.
Okay. So I guess it's possible then. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, easily. But we can move on to something a little fun that I prepared that I just sprung on them as soon as we hopped on.
Yep. Let's have some fun.
No preparation at all for any of us. We are going to let me share my screen here real quick.
No, I'm cooked.
No.
Ow.
We are going to
Set it together.
we're gonna draft a team. So right now it's in the order. Left to right, Cam has the first pick, then goes Nate, then goes me. But it's a snake, so then I get 2 back-to-back picks. Like that. Don't know why there's 2 Cams there. Guess I just forgot that. We'll just go ahead and delete that. But yes, and we all get Aaron Judge since he's the captain. I mean, so makes sense.
Makes sense. He's going to be on.
But Cam, who is your first pick of the Team USA World Baseball Classic draft?
Bryce Harper.
Okay.
Bryce Harper. No contest.
It's a fair one right there.
Second round pick stays. This will be remarkable. So I don't even have a backup plan. I am just like, I have faith that my second round pick is still going to be there.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with who I thought he may have picked in the outfield, but I'm gonna go Mike Trout.
You gonna put him in left or in center?
I'm gonna put him in left. I mean, at the end of the day, like he is what he is now, but dude's still a very good baseball player.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to second
Snake,
base.
Isn't it? This is
Snake.
Oh God.
I'm going to go Mookie Betts at second base.
Okay.
And then after that,
don't do it.
Where do I want to go? I'm going to go to Bobby Witt Jr. at shortstop.
Dude,
right after that.
What a
You've
back
got
to
a
back.
squad already.
Oh yeah. So that's my middle infield done right there. Bobby Witt Jr. and Mookie Betts.
Oh man, you're already back to me. God, being in the middle sucks.
Yeah, second is probably the worst pick.
Yeah.
Cam was here when I spun the wheel.
Yes.
So
I couldn't see it well, but I'll trust Will.
Who'd you pick, Will? Sorry, I got a different screen up.
Mookie Betts and Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay, well, you took 2 really good middle infielders, if I had to say so. So, dude, I'm going to go with one of those young players that y'all know I like a lot, and we were talking about, maybe some young guys being captains on the road. I'm going to go with Gunnar Henderson.
Okay.
I like it.
Oh. There we go. Cam, who you got?
We're going to go with Kyle Tucker in left field.
I love that.
Love that. And I have a feeling I know where this next one is going.
We're going to go with Adley Rutschman at catcher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there, you're talking about me, and I was about to say, I have no idea where I'm going with this.
That's my guy. Adley Rutschman is like,
what?
I'm very high on him.
I'm just having to look through and remember Team USA.
Team USA, yes.
Yeah, it's not as easy as you would think. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's giving me more trouble than I thought it would.
Oh, actually, I gotta really let me confirm position real quick. Of course, that one day he is not on there at a position. Give me a second.
What position are you thinking, Nate?
Dude, I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you. Give me a second. Couldn't tell you an exact position. Because if I say it first, then you may snag it.
No.
Eventually. And actually, probably not, because we are not even on the same page, I guarantee you, for anything.
Probably not.
He plays for the Padres. I'll give you that hint.
Are you going like Jackson Merrill or something?
I'm going young boys, yeah.
I mean, he plays center field.
Ooh, so I got to choose between him and another one I like. Dude, I'm gonna play it bias. Give me Michael Harris.
Okay. Georgia boy. I like it.
I'm getting smoked.
No, you're doing
No.
fine, Nate. You're doing
No.
fine. No.
Let's see here. So I think I know where I'm going to go, at least for the first one. I'm going to go get my speedster in center field and go Jaron Duran.
I
Oh
love
wait, no,
that.
he plays for the Mexico team. I think actually I heard about that.
Does he actually?
I
Yeah,
believe
he
so.
does. He does.
So we will swiftly change that.
We're gonna pivot.
We are going to pivot and go get our catcher, Will Smith, probably the second best American catcher out there.
Y'all put me in a bad spot with catchers.
And then we are going to be the first guy to take a picture and go Paul Skeens and take the greatest pitcher, one of the greatest pitchers I've ever seen in person, and Paul Skeens.
You seen him?
That.
Where'd you see him throw at?
Just the MLB.
Oh, you said it in person. I didn't know where you've actually physically seen him throw at.
Never in person, no.
Oh, okay.
Just with my own eyes, because I mean, I could say that I've seen Randy pitch, but he's never like live or anything. I've seen Paul pitch live though.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. You got your two right?
Yeah, I did mine too.
Okay. I'm gonna go biased here again because I'm short on third baseman, and he's one of the best options left. Give me Austin Riley at third base.
Dang it.
It's a really good pick right there, probably.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough break.
What are we thinking, Cam?
We're gonna go shortstop. We're gonna go Bo Bichette.
Okay.
And then we're gonna grab a pitcher. There's actually so many good options.
There is a ton of good options.
There's so many good options. I'm gonna take Scooble.
Well, we know that's Nate's guy.
I had there was 4 names that I was like, it could be him. It could be him. And
I mean,
landed on
there's
Scooble.
In pitchers, there's really no wrong choice.
I really don't think you can go because we only have one. Like, you really can't go wrong as long as you grab an ace.
Yeah, I just went with the guy that's probably top 2, if not 1, and is still ascending.
Yeah, for sure.
What we thinking, Nate? What position we going?
Oh shoot! I thought that was his first one.
That was my second.
Sorry.
I did Scooble and Bichette.
All right, let me see real quick.
And for those of you watching, they have to at least play this position in the majors to be, eligible to go there, except for outfield. Like Kyle Tucker may have rarely played left field, but outfield's pretty interchangeable. So that's why we haven't gone I don't know.
Dude, I'm stuck between 2 second basemen or 3 I really like.
I don't like any of them.
That's why I went Mookie first round.
I don't like any of them.
No, I agree.
I'm taking Mookie if he is there.
I'm having a hard time.
Do I go somewhat young or no? I need another veteran in the clubhouse.
I know who you're gonna take.
Who?
I'm not gonna say it. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But I know who you're gonna take.
And we're making these teams off like if they were playing now. That's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Give me another vet because I probably won't get another one. Give me Marcus Semien.
That's exactly who I thought you were gonna pick.
Yeah. He was pretty clearly the second best option in my mind.
Yeah.
But
I just got stuck on the fact that he's hitting 123 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who my other option was if somebody picks him whenever it gets there.
So we are going to go back to a young guy because this is placed in 2026. So I think he'll be even better at this time. We are going to go pick Jackson Merrill for our center fielder.
Sly
good one.
dog.
So yeah,
dog.
that absolutely love that pick. That dude is a dog. Just signed a great extension. So we will see how that one goes. And then I am just searching. Let's see. Who do we want to go for the next one? I think we are going to do it, actually. Let's see. Just make sure. Yep. We are going to get our honorary Brave and go Matt Olson at first base.
You needed a first baseman too.
Yeah, give me Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso, Big Meat
That's
Pete.
good too.
I mean,
gonna
he's
grab
been
him for DH.
raking. He's been raking this year, so it's a fair choice right there.
All right, so third base is actually it's kind of
It was hard.
slim. I'm gonna.
He's slim.
This dude's still balling out. Let's go with Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado. Okay, I like that. At least it gets you
Still balling
some
out.
fielding.
And he's got some experience too. All right. Second. I'm just gonna pick second base last. It's gonna be like the what do they call that pick in the NFL? The very last pick.
Mr. Irrelevant.
There's only one
that's
guy.
gonna be my Mr. Irrelevant.
There's only one guy left I would take, but I'll let you know whenever you say
Do
it.
we
if
want
that's-
to? Man, do we want to have some fun? All right, let's do it. Let's go Corbin Carroll in center field.
God, that was my next pick. It's a great pick right there.
Not like it.
He is a stud. Swing change, absolutely mashing right now.
He looks much better.
Go ahead and give me Cal Raleigh up at the top.
It's probably
Nice.
Yeah,
Glad
big
he got some
dumper.
recognition there. Yeah.
Let's see. So I think I'm going to kind of play this strategically because you guys already have third baseman in left field. I'm going to go take Mr. Mason Miller as my
Best closer in baseball. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then my DH. Could just, go, like best player. I could go a full-time DH. You never know. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a guy who is proven in the World Baseball Classic, has arguably the greatest USA baseball moment of all time, Trey Turner.
I can't believe he's not on a team right now.
I mean, shortstop's stacked, so I mean, like it's a tough one. But
true.
He's my DH. He can slide out there in the outfield if he absolutely needs to because he played center before. But I mean, that DH, the clutch factor, that grand slam, that was peak baseball right there. Nate, who are your final? Or you still got one more, but
I'm gonna go with starting pitcher. RIP to him as a Brave. Give me Max Fried.
Good one. Good one.
He's dealing right now for the Yankees. So
indeed, he is.
All right. Let's see.
Would be nice to have him.
Look at y'all's lineups. Like, do I want to be creative here? I mean, you got some good freaking players, so I might not be that creative. I need a DH. I need someone that can mash. You know what? We're going to do it. Spencer Torkelson is my DH.
Whew. I know he's your guy, but I feel
he is my guy, and he is mashing.
I feel like there's a guy.
No one else is going to represent him.
So my DH is one of my new favorite first basemen in the league.
Oh wait, I get 2 picks, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah,
well, you acted like you already picked a second. Sorry.
Hold your horses.
Sorry.
I'm not picking second base, so we're gonna go reliever.
It's not many.
No. Oh, these are all starters.
Go Dylan Lee.
No.
Raciel Iglesias is going to put it in.
I'm thinking thank God he's not American.
I was seeing if you're going to pick that up. See if your brain was still working.
All the relievers I like are not American.
I got 2 right now that I really like. And
I
it
got
might be
this.
the only 2 left.
I got this. I've got this. I might not have this. He took the best one. Ooh, that's a good one too. We'll go back to him. Josh Hader.
Okay, thank God I had another option.
Yep, Josh Hader. It's a good one. No, he may not be as dominant as he was, but still a good one.
Now I'm going to second base.
As I was saying, my designated hitter, my new favorite first baseman in the Major League Baseball Association. Give me Tyler Soderstrom.
I like him too.
Dude can smash.
Yeah, I personally would have gone one of his teammates.
Yeah, Rooker's probably the right answer, but
not. Dude
I was the same way. I was like, it should be Rooker, but I just wanted a guy that I liked in the DH spot.
Yeah,
you know,
not going to hurt you.
That's fair. So we're trying to find a third baseman here. It's pretty light, I think. I've got one guy in my mind, but he's not like this elite player yet. Or there's also one guy who's like, what you're going to get out of him. So let's see here. Yeah, that's probably the only 2 that are pretty much left. So we're thinking between Mr. Matt Chapman. You know what you're going to get. Power, elite defensively.
Yep.
Fine. Or you could go a guy who has been very good in the time he's been healthy for the time that, it's probably been about in the league for about 2.5 years, and Josh Jung. I think for now, I'm going to go Matt Chapman because I don't need absolutely raking right now. I need a guy who's going to man the hot corner better than anyone in the league, and that is Matt Chapman.
I think that makes sense. I think in a couple of years the answer might change, but I think for right now that's probably the right answer.
100%. And then, I'm going to go to left field as well. Last pick. We saw the name Brandon Nimmo. We tossed it out the window because screw that guy. Absolutely least favorite in the league.
He plays for the wrong team.
And I just don't like him because he gets up there and it's 0-0 and he's hacking like it's 0-2.
Yeah.
But damn, does he play the game the right way?
Can't stand it.
He might be onto something.
He kills us too. He kills us for no reason.
You know what? We are going to do it. This guy has probably less than 100 ABs in Major League Baseball, but he mashes. James Wood is my left fielder.
He can swing that thing. He had another one today.
Another one? Damn.
Yeah, he had another one today.
That dude can rake.
Yeah. It is a monster home run, too.
Nate, who's your reliever?
Who's your reliever?
The guy I'm going to pick, I love him because his arm path is just as messed up as mine is.
Okay.
Give me my boy from Tampa Bay, Pete Fairbanks.
I almost picked him. That was when I said, I'm going to go back to him. And then I saw Hader. I almost went with Fairbanks. Dude, I like him.
My arm is so messed up, I'm actually just teaching myself to throw like that.
It's fair.
He's got some stuff, dude. He's filthy.
It's disgusting.
All right, Mr. Irrelevant, Cam.
Dude, this is...
I want to know if I'm right.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to look through them real quick.
You know what?
There's only like one
personal opinion, I think there's only one answer right now.
I think there's multiple because
there's multiple answers because they're all not that exactly. You said it.
Out of looking at all mine, I see 3.
I
And
see
this
3
guy, I gotta make sure he is American.
Oh, mine's
because of his name.
purebred.
No. He just, let's see. Where does it say he's from?
I think mine's a pure breed.
I don't know if you could say that.
Hey.
Yeah,
Man, this is such garbage. I'm going to take Jonathan India.
I love it.
it's not what I was expecting, but I like it.
I'm gonna
Florida
take
boy.
India. I was between India and Stott, really.
I was looking at Stott, and then I
And
was also looking at Tommy Edman,
I was thinking you were gonna pick Tommy Edman. That was who I had.
and then there was one other. Where did he go? There's one other second baseman. I was like, okay, like he's not bad if he had to pick him. Nico Horner as
I
well.
looked at him too.
Yeah.
I looked at
But he's just
Horner.
hasn't been that great these past 2 years.
Yeah. I looked at Holiday for a second too, but I was like, he's got to do something before. Well,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, just for like the name, but like he really hasn't performed since he's been called up, so I didn't want to take the risk. I think Indy is a safe. I think he's safe. He's not gonna. It's second base. He's not gonna hurt me. I got enough thump around him. He'll be fine.
I mean, and the dude, he just like, I want to say, I don't know what his stats are looking at it this year, but the dude in his rookie year had he hit 250, but had a 400 on base. So he's going to get on base for you.
He's gonna get on.
Throw him in that 9-hole and feed the top of the lineup. Call it a day.
Yeah. Looking back, I probably should have gone earlier and got Simeon at second base. I think that's what I think that's where I went wrong.
Yeah. I guess I probably should have done it, like where they were picked, but that's too much work.
It's all good.
Yeah, I think I knew my strategy was, okay, if he's there at 3, Mookie Betts is my second baseman because that gap is the biggest of any of them.
For sure.
To second place.
I feel like if Simeon was playing better to start the year, it would have been way easier for me to be like, okay, let's get second base taken care of.
Yeah, he's worried me.
But he's really not playing well right now.
No.
But yeah,
that was fun.
I will put.
I love these games, Will. You need to come up with more of these. These are fantastic.
I try to. But yeah, I'll also put this out on Twitter. And let us know which one is the best, who you think is the best team. I'll put a little thing out on Twitter. It's also going to be on our YouTube as well. If you're listening on Spotify or podcasts or anything like that, we have visual, so you can go look at it at HTL Sports. I guess we can move on to the next topic, though.
And what we got?
Let's see here. I'm taking a page out of Cam's book and going a little long, but is what it is.
Oh, it was. You had a good reason.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Game.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we played a fun game.
Next one.
Nate, you did a great job. You were all worried. You thought you were going to get torched in this.
Perfectly fine.
Thank you.
Admirable effort.
Well, Cam, you gave me and Will the best idea that we somehow did not think of.
I screwed the pooch on that one. I really muffed that. I should have just kept that like a dirty little secret, and y'all would have been like, "How are you coming up with this stuff so fast?"
I would have been over here scrambling.
Yeah, I would have just had to keep talking to do a filler while Nate was just searching for his pick. So thank you for
that. Going through his fantasy lineups.
Yeah, because for you that don't know, I found out we were doing this draft literally a minute and a half before we started the stream.
It was 40 minutes ago. Yeah, it's 40 minutes ago. You found out.
If that.
All right, we can move on to probably our second biggest story right now, and that is the Tampa Bay Rays and the San Francisco Giants. Those teams are for real. I think they are actually legitimately playoff contenders. I don't know about World Series contenders, but I think both those teams had no expectations coming into this year. And I think they're for real. They are going to make some noise this year.
What's your terms and for real for the Rays?
Excellent question.
Everyone including I believe including all of us predicted the Rays to finish last in the division. They're going. It will be 10 games left in the season. They will be eligible. They will still be alive in the playoff race.
So you say they're going to make playoffs? Is all you're saying?
I think they genuinely could.
Okay.
All right. In some sense of the word, they're almost exactly what I thought they would be. I like the rotation from the beginning, even without McClanahan, him getting hurt or whatever. That hurt a little bit. But like Taj, Pepio, Shane Baz, who I told you guys at the beginning I was very high on. All legitimate starting, like decent to high end rotation pieces. The bullpen has not been dominant, but it has been a non-issue, which again is the other thing that we kind of thought would happen. We thought the bullpen would be fine. It's a bunch of names that we didn't know, but these guys every year somehow they just know how to pitch. They're trained the right way, they're developed the right way, and they end up knowing how to pitch. The part that is not normal is what this lineup has been doing to start the year. This is where I'm like, is this sustainable for the course of the year? The main question I have, so there's a couple. Like, okay, first of all, I think Camanero's for real. Like, I think he's legitimate. Like this dude's a good ball
that dude's
player.
a dog. Yeah.
I think he's good. The other role, like Lowe is doing his thing. Like he's like those guys are not. Even Yandi's like underperforming a little bit, but like, he probably ends up being fine by the end of the year. But like Christopher Morel is hitting 300. Do we expect him to sustain that through the course of the year? I
No.
don't think that happens. And then the other thing is the power. So they've got 18 home runs already this season. The issue that I see is 16 of these 18 are at home. So they're playing in the minor league stadium. Granted, there's only been like they've played less road games than home games. So like it's going to be tilted anyways. But they haven't won a game on the road yet. All their damage is coming at home. So like time's going to tell if that translates long term to whenever they go on road trips. Because they haven't won one yet, and they have 2 home runs on the road. So it's just kind of that's the part to me that's questionable. But I think if they don't hit, the pitching is good enough to keep them in ball games.
Yeah. Cam, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to bring up the ballpark in the home and away. I'm on the same page as you. I just don't know. Kind of like the Giants, I said it last stream, is the pitching's really good. I just don't know if the lineup is sustaining what they're doing to the extent that they're doing it now. I could be completely reading this wrong, but I don't think I am. And it seems right. Is versus teams over 500, they're 1-5.
I love that stat. Excellent work, Nate.
So they're beating who they're supposed to beat, which I guess Atlanta. Take it how you want. It's early in the season. They're beating teams they're supposed to beat right now. And it could go either way. But as soon as they start playing these bigger series away from home, that's really that's going to show what they're really made of. When they go up to Camden Yards and they get that deep left field they have to play in. When they go play in the indoor in Toronto, don't know what's going to happen there. I don't want to say it's a ballpark because that sounds like an excuse, but they're 0-3 on the road.
It definitely helps. The ballpark has definitely helped them offensively. Well, I think it's in a warm weather climate too, so like the ball's going to travel. Like it's definitely going to help from a power perspective.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's legit in terms of they're going to win the division. I think from what we're seeing on the home and away splits, they can win enough to get a playoff spot.
Yeah, that stadium is weird to me as well, because I watched one of their games against the Angels. I have seen Nolan Shanuel absolutely smoke a ball to right field. Like it was like 108 off the bat, something like that. And it was robbed of a home run. So it was going to get out, but it barely got out. I saw Taylor Ward get jammed, and that ball was 10 rows deep. So
Yeah.
I have no clue what's going on in that stadium.
It's windy. It's windy.
Yeah, it is very windy. So really, it could be like a Wrigley situation where you just have to see the winds blow where the wind's blowing. Because
it's like that, but it's also warm weather climate earlier. So like Wrigley has this time of period before like May hits where it's harder to hit the ball out. But like the Rays place is going to be like this year round because it's only going to get warmer and the wind doesn't stop. So I think it's going to be like a launching pad, to be honest.
Probably. But yeah, I think they're genuinely like. I think I'm more sold on the Giants. I will say because I think their pitching staff is better, and I think their bullpen is top 3 in baseball right now,
It
probably.
is second. It is second.
And then their
Behind the
lineup
Padres.
their lineup is finding out ways to hit. And I mean, Wilmer Flores has like 6 home runs this year or something like that. So
I wrote this down. That is not sustainable. He
No,
will not do
no.
this. He will not do this for an entire year. I agree with you. We talked about the Giants a little bit, and the bullpen does need to be discussed because they have been diabolical since the start of the year. It's a 1.7 ERA, second in baseball. Doval kind of figured it out. Ryan Walker is absolutely disgusting. He's one of the nastiest pitchers in
those
all of
pitches to
baseball.
Judge, oh my
He's
God.
gross.
Did you see him?
He is an uncomfortable at bat. Uncomfortable.
It's 98 from down here.
Yeah,
I don't even know how that's possible.
Crazy. The slot's crazy. It's a ton of horizontal and it's a ton of movement. Rodriguez has been really good too. I think he's kind of nasty. Tyler Rogers has been really good. I think he's like overperforming a little bit because he goes through these spells where he gets hit around a lot. So I'm not exactly sold on him, but like to start the year, they've all been really gross, and a big reason why they're winning games. The rotation has been solid too, for the most part. I think
Jordan Hicks is a
finally
dog. Yeah.
he finally had a down start though.
He's still good
I
though.
mean, they're going to get mixed in. Like you're going to have some bad starts, but he's been really good. Surprisingly, Logan Webb has been good to start the year. We'll see how that carries over beyond the first few weeks. It's too early to tell. He's getting barreled, but he's escaping some jams and getting out of some innings. I don't know if
It's
he
too
can do
early to
that for
tell into a
162,
4 or 5 year career.
though.
Too early to tell if he's good yet or not.
And that's and it's like the opposite of the Rays. The Giants are doing all their damage on the road, so you got to see how they hit when they go back home. They actually have a losing record when they go back home, which is different from most teams, obviously. But they hit well away from home. I talked about this one a little bit last week. I just don't think they're going to hit enough at home to. They're not going to be the worst team in baseball. I still see them being a 500 team when it's all said and done.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, as a team, I can't remember what exactly I said the numbers were last week. First off, Cam, you got your boy Wilmer Flores, 6 home runs and out of his 15 hits. Like it's insane.
Not sustainable. It's
No.
not sustainable.
But anyways, as a team, they're still hitting 226. That is that's not a 12-5 batting average, personal opinion.
Yep.
I mean, you go up and down the whole roster, you got one guy over 300, then the next closest is Yastrzemski at 298. And everybody else is a giant gap.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I would say Yastrzemski's. I was going to say he's hitting really well. He looks great. I feel like he hasn't been healthy the last few years, and he looks healthy to me. He looks like he's playing really well.
And then,
so I'm happy about that. I think that's for real.
No, yeah. I mean, let me pull this up real quick.
He's also not doing it with the long ball. He's actually like hitting. And they've been playing on the road at smaller parks too. Like, yeah, they're playing at Yankee Stadium. You're going to hit home runs.
So
but if you're relying on that, and then you go to your home park is the least home run friendly park in all of baseball, that doesn't translate.
No, yeah.
That's the second least. Tiger Stadium is the least.
So I got to pull it now. Their starting pitchers, I think, not goes bullpen. It says bullpen too. As a team, they got a 3.2 ERA.
Nasty.
One of their worst ERAs, and I'm just gonna ignore Verlander because he's up in age. So I'm gonna go Jordan Hicks. He's at a 5.87 ERA, and he's still 1-1 on the year.
But it's inflated because of
3
one
starts.
bad start.
And that's what I'm saying.
He had one bad one,
and
that'll regress. That'll go back to the mean. Like he'll be like the mid to high threes, probably maybe the mid threes.
Yeah, and then outside of that, you got Verlander, which is struggling right now, which we all kind of saw that coming, but. Everybody else is posting 2.6, 2.9, a 1.8, 4.8. Like they're all good for the most part.
Yeah.
It's so I guess the question for them is the opposite of the Rays. I think the Rays pitching is going to sustain. Can the Giants pitching keep them in the game for 162 games?
I think the pitching can do it easily. It's the offense I'm worried about. I don't know why this team just gives me 2021 Giants feels,
Yeah.
where they won 105 games out of
Well,
nowhere.
you remember from like 2011 to like 20, it was actually then, like every other year, they are like really good at baseball. It's like 11, 13, 15. It's like every other year they're really good. We're in an odd numbered year, so like
Yeah.
maybe it is just one of those years where they end up being good. They're kind of always like this, where it's like every other year.
But if they're going to hit 220 the rest of the year, their pitching's going to have to, they can't have a single slip up. So I guess out of the two
Yeah.
teams, who y'all think's going to make the playoffs? Out of the two, if only one. I think it's going to be the Rays. I think the Rays will make it over the Giants.
I don't think either team makes it. I think both
Agreed.
divisions are too difficult.
No, agreed. But I'm saying if we had to pick one, since we're talking about how hot they are right now, and if they're legit, I'm going to go with the Rays over the Giants. I think they're all, like their whole roster and pitching, it's just more sustainable.
I think the Giants are better. I just think the NL is too stacked for them to make the playoffs. I think they will be. They will win 84 plus games, 85 plus games. I just don't know, like, if they can get to that 90 mark, which is probably going to be the benchmark for a playoff team.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with Will. I think both of these teams win somewhere between 80 and 85 games. The only other question is, what do the teams around them do? Is that enough for them to make the playoffs? I think it's easier for the Rays, especially if like teams like the Orioles continue to struggle. And I mean, you can't expect the AL East to like stay around. All of the AL East is like staying right around 500 or below right now. And like, I don't think that's sustainable either. Like someone's going to break ahead and be a first place team.
Maybe it's the Rays.
But it leaves room for the rest of the, maybe. But it leaves room for the rest of the, teams in the other AL or in the other divisions where they can sneak into a wild card spot.
The one thing you can say is these teams probably are top 7 coached. So it definitely does help them in that front as well.
Isn't it funny though? One team has the worst hitters ballpark and the other one has the best hitters ballpark.
I think that thing's gonna be a launching pad.
And they both pitch so well too.
Dude.
So
yeah,
we can move on to the second to last topic. This one will be pretty quick though. Oh dang, I had the stats pulled up, but I closed them out. Pete Crow-Armstrong, he might be starting to figure it out. He, slow start, but in April, I had him written down or had him on my phone, but I closed them out. But I feel like I remember them. He is hitting 319 and has like a 520 slug, and had a 2-homer game yesterday, I believe, or on Sunday Night Baseball, I think, and has been raking recently. And that's to go along with we all know he has an elite glove and elite speed. It's probably 99th percentile in both in baseball for glove and speed. So the hit tool is what had to come around, and it's starting to. So I think we're seeing someone blossom into a star.
Too early for me. The tools are clearly there. He's got a ton of swag also. Like he's like he looks the part. I think he's closer to legit than not legit. Plus outfielder in a premium position. Obviously, it's highly sought after. He has an absolute rifle for an arm. I mean, he's got a cannon. I don't think the power develops this year. I don't think it happens this year. Projectability, like they talk about like the 20 to 25 home runs, and obviously he's like 40 to 50 steals is kind of like where the projectability is. I don't think he taps into that. I am not in love with his swing plane. I think for how he's built, it's fairly flat. It's too flat. It's like a Corbin Carroll. And Corbin Carroll is still a little flatter than I would like, but Corbin Carroll is only 5'10", so it's gonna be flatter. He's got shorter arms. Like those like lengthier paths would have more of that like Nike check tend to be from guys that are like taller. It's easier for them. And PCA is like 6 foot, but he has some length, so I feel like he can get to that point, but I don't think it's there yet. Doesn't have the power to the opposite field. Like you can see when he goes the other way, like it doesn't quite carry like it needs to. So he's not all the way behind the ball like he needs to. I'm getting kind of nerdy on you, but this is hitting, and so you're gonna have to deal with it for a second. But like right now, it's like a young swing that's like relying mostly on talent, which is basically what Corbin Carroll did his rookie year. Young swing, relied solely on talent, and he got away with it. So my concern is he is getting away with it right now, and they will find kind of where the holes are, and he'll be a little bit back and forth for this year. I think it's still there, and I think he will be good. But I don't know how good. I don't know if he reaches that superstar status, because I don't know if Corbin Carroll's reached that, in my opinion. Like he's still prone to being back and forth and getting into slumps. I think he is surrounded by the best pieces in terms of like outfield or like position players. He has a great supporting cast around him that's going to help him develop too, though. So I think the ball is in his court. I don't know if it's this year, but if I had to guess, it's probably coming in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I kind of like Cam. I don't want to jump the gun too early. Dude's swinging it really well right now, but I still want to see a few more balls leave the park before, I start getting real high on him.
See, I just don't think that's his game. I don't think that will ever be his game. I mean, you tell me you get 270, 15 bombs, 35 steals, and elite defense out there in center field. That's a star, in my opinion.
I think
Maybe not.
that's a very good baseball player. I don't think that's a star.
The one thing that I think pushes him over to star is legitimately, I think he has platinum glove potential in center field. If it was just elite, but I think it's platinum glove. He has potential to do that in center field. And he could definitely steal 50 plus bags. That dude can burn.
A while back, I'd say different, but we're just in a new day and age where power matters. Like home runs matter in today's baseball, and it's unfortunate. I hate it. I hate it that it's like that now, but that's how it is.
I think to a point, yes, but also, in my opinion, there's still something to be said about the high on base speedy guy.
No
emphasis on speed. He has to have speed. Luis Ariz, get off the field. But no, don't get off the field. But if you get on base at a high clip and steal bags, that is useful because then you're in scoring position at a pretty good clip. And it's all about. I think the home runs is all about creating runs, and that's what getting on base and stealing second base can do.
I have a player comp for you. This player had career 246 hitter, but hit somewhere between 12 to 15 home runs in 6 consecutive years. Hit between 250 and 270, 276, 280, and stole 20 to 25 bags. 22 bags. Is this player a star?
No, but
let me add, he's a platinum glove winner.
Platinum glove winner. I have a feeling I know who it is.
Is he a star?
That guy was not a star, no, but I think Pete Crow can do better.
He was a very good ball player, but he's not a star. Kevin Kiermaier is the answer.
Oh, I was going somewhere completely different.
Kevin Kiermaier, multiple years where 15 home runs, hit 260, 270, stole some bags, and played elite defense at a premium position. Was never considered a star, but a very good ball player. I feel like that's where PCA is right now. Like that's like where I see the career trajectory until he taps into more of, some of the other tools. Like he's got to develop the power.
Yeah. I think my career or my player comp for him would be prime when he was hitting well, prime Jackie Bradley Jr. That's my player comp. Where a guy that I believe, I don't know if he stole 30, but I'm pretty sure he hit almost 280 one year and had 20 plus bombs. That'd be my player comp for Pete Crow.
He would steal more bags than JB.
Yeah, he would for sure.
The power is about the same. Elite defender though. Would you consider Jackie Bradley Jr. a star?
Not consistently, no. But that one year he was. I want to say it was 2017.
That 1 year.
But that's my thing. I think Pete Crow can do that every
16.
year. 16? I think Pete Crow can do that every year. JBJ was not that kind of player. He was a good ball player. I think Pete Crow is an elite talent coming up and can do that consistently every year.
Yeah, but like I said, I hate the games that way, but bombs matter, dude. When you talk about a star, bombs matter in today's world.
I think if it's not bombs, it's creating runs, RBIs,
Yes.
runs scored. You got to do it one way or the other.
He will score a lot of runs once he's able. Like, I think when the hit tool's coming around, I think he's when he's able to get on base, and he will steal 50 plus bags every year and be in scoring position for. Hopefully, Kyle Tucker is still there. Hopefully, he's in scoring position for Kyle Tucker. But if not, then
he's
an
elite base runner too. PCA is a really good base runner. Like, not just the speed, he's a very good base runner. Like I'm saying, like he's got, to me, he has every tool but one. I'm not high on his like hit for average tool either. Like long term, not until there's got to be a swing change. Like he has to develop a little bit more. It's a very young swing. The power is the one thing that I don't know he will ever have.
Fair. We can move on to our last topic, though. I love me some Pete Crow. I've come around on it a lot. Go on to our last topic, though. We can go on to our Atlanta Braves. We'll first talk about someone that that we won't go down on the rabbit hole. We'll mention that as time of recording, Spencer Strider is making his season debut tomorrow. If you're listening on Wednesday, the 16th, he is making his debut later today against the Toronto Blue Jays. So excited to have him back. We can finally, hopefully, have a good, competent rotation with him, Schwellenbach, and Sale. Finally, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the rotation now with Strider back?
So, I'm glad he's back. I think and of course, like Schwellenbach gets hit around today when I'm like, a part of me wants to be like, he's gonna help stabilize it further. Schwellenbach had been that stabilizing force, and of course he got hit around today. But it's just one start, so I don't want to be too doom and gloom about. Everyone gets hit around occasionally. Even Skeens has had a couple where he hasn't looked 100%. So, I think it's good to have those two. I'm not going to assume I'm not going to assume it, but I have high hopes because Strider's been dominating in the minors getting ready for this. Like, he's been K'ing everybody. So I would hope it translates quickly. They're obviously going to be careful with him, which I get, especially with us being a below 500 team right now. So I'm going to limit expectations a little bit on how deep he goes into games. Obviously, I think we're still going to rely heavily on the bullpen, at least for the near future, which to me is a terrifying prospect because we have one reliever that I feel comfortable going in the ball game right now. I think we have the worst closer in baseball. You guys probably don't share that exact sentiment, but I think he's number 30 out of the 30 applicable closers.
I am with you all the way.
He's number 30.
30 is a little low for me, but he's definitely bottom third.
Maybe 29 at best.
Yeah, whoever the Rockies have is probably worse. But
is he better than David Bednar?
He's better than David Bednar. That guy's garbage. Yeah, he's better than him. But it's just, this is one guy that pitches. It's one guy that pitches every fifth day, dude. And we have so many issues right now in terms of what we throw out there on the mound. There's so many problems. I think Sale. This is my theory on Chris Sale. I think he gave it his absolute all last year, and I think he has nothing left in the tank. Like, I think he's done. Like, I think he threw Nolan Ryan. He threw his arm out, and he's not going to be able to throw anymore. His velo is down, especially like he'll get through like the first couple and it's okay. He gets to inning 3 and 4. His velo is down 6 miles per hour from where it started.
It came back up a little bit later last start. It was back up a little bit later in the game.
There's something wrong. He is not you cannot tell me he's 100% healthy. You can't tell me. He is hurt right now.
Shoot, if I'm out there pitching and I'm Chris Sale, I'm like, man, we got 5 starters and I'm the only hope for a win.
He's one of them. One of the two, I think.
But
Holmes looked good, which
No,
is
yeah,
which
yeah.
is nice. I'm not sold on Holmes, and we still got Bryce Elder starting games for us, which is just a travesty. Like I
Yeah.
would rather have anyone else on the mound.
And that's the
Uh,
problem is we're 3 years down the road and we're still looking back at guys that were spot start or having spot starts, 2, 3 years ago, and it's like, what are we doing?
we do this every year.
We need
We do this
Dylan
every
Dodd and
year.
Jarrett Schuster back.
Can
This
we
is what
get
I'm saying. We do this every year. We
Can we-
always have these guys like that.
can we get a new guy to spot start? It's like Bryce
Bring up
Elder.
Hurston Waldrop.
Bryce Elder has had his time. I mean, yeah, for real. I'd rather see Waldrop come up and get hit around and get the experience than keep going back to the same person over
At
and
least
over
it'll be fun
again
to
with no
watch.
results.
He throws 100.
Exactly. Just throw a
The splitter is
fastball, see
gross.
what they can do with it.
Yeah, I'm happy Strider's back. He's fun to watch pitch. He's an excellent pitcher. He's one of the best in baseball. But he is one every fifth day, and none of the other 4 days are accounted for, and no inning after the sixth is accounted for.
I think what I'm most excited for, I obviously to see him pitch. I'm excited for that mentality to get into the locker room to see what happens, because he's the guy that has always preached it's World Series or bust.
Yeah,
and he will keep saying that no matter what, even if we're 30-60, he will keep saying World Series or bust. We got to win 60 straight to go into the playoffs. That is the one guy that I think can speak up and be like, guys, we got to get our shit together.
And on those days where he throws, I think it really holds weight, and I think it will really make a difference. But what about on the days that he doesn't?
That's
Those
the
other
one thing.
4. I don't. If it was a position guy and he was on the field, like leading the troops every day, then I would feel better about it. Like, I don't want to understate what Strider does and how he helps when he is on the mound, but I can't. It's just like not concrete enough for me. It's like this abstract thing where it's like, how much weight is his word going to hold when he's only on the mound every fifth day?
Yeah, I think the only time I've seen a pitcher that only pitches every fifth day, obviously, be the team captain and the team leader is Clayton Kershaw, and that's because he was there for 15 years.
Bumgarner with the Giants was that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And it's because he was there for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Strider's been here 4. So
I
mean,
think
we'll have to
Fried
see.
could have been that guy. Fried could have been that guy.
He's too quiet.
He's a dog, though. But then it takes care of the other. That's 2 out of 5 days now.
Yeah.
And when they're on the mound,
Yeah.
like, you've got a shot. You've got a shot to win.
Yeah.
I don't have that feeling, but I don't even have that feeling on the one day, because I think Strider it's his first start back after a serious arm surgery. And it's not that serious because all guys come back from it all the time, but like, this was a lengthy time off. Like, I don't think this is going to be immediate. I don't know if it makes an immediate impact.
I mean, what gets me is, all right, so we're Liberty Media or AA, whoever, and all right, we got the roster.
Liberty Media.
Or no, it's not like decision making, whoever influences that. It's like
Liberty Media.
Yeah, you can do this, but not that. But anyways,
Exactly.
yeah. So you look at our roster and it's like, okay, we have a roster that we're probably another good piece away from being World Series contenders. Hitting, okay? How do you look at this rotation as a GM or ownership group and be like, so we got a World Series lineup. Let's just bring Bryce Elder back in, or like let's just throw Smith Shawver in there. Like, let's settle with Grant Holmes. Like, going through the off season and even now, like, we're not making moves. Like Montero, ooh, great. Like,
he looked
one
good.
inning.
No, he did look
It's
good.
one inning.
But what I'm
He
saying
came in
is,
when we were already losing.
but what I'm saying is like, how can you look at this as an ownership group and not see that like we are far below on the pitching side, and it's not even close, dude. Like, we're throwing double and triple A guys out there for 3 of our 5 starts.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad because I talked about, when we did the Braves preview, this is what I talked about. I talked about the rotation not making it to September. The rotation didn't make it to freaking May.
It didn't make it to April.
Issues. This is what I said before the season started. This is what I was saying. I didn't think these guys were going to make it through the whole season. They didn't even make it through 1/10 of the season, and we're already in panic mode. And like the savior is Spencer Strider, who's going to throw every 5th day. It addresses 7% of the problem.
I mean,
the rest of it is still garbage.
we're to a point like what do we do? We can't just go get one arm and say that's gonna do it. We need multiple dudes. So
Y'all got me hot now. Now y'all got me
listen,
hot.
who
We can't talk about the Braves. The second we start talking about the Braves, I start getting the flush. My face is all flushed.
if we do not make a serious move in the next 30 days, I think our season will be lost with the rotation we have right now.
I'm normally not doom and gloom like that, Nate, but I almost believe you. I kind of agree. Like I actually agree with you.
Our bats are looking good.
They're
Like
5-12.
tonight, we were hit the ball pretty well, hit a few bombs, whatever. Schwellenbach had his one bad start. Okay, his one bad start he's had all year. And that's where
I'm
we're
not
at.
worried about Schwellen.
No, but in general, like we still cannot win those games when we're hitting so well. I mean, even in Tampa, we were hitting the ball pretty well. Couldn't win a game. I mean, we did win one, but we couldn't win the other two when we easily should have. It's like, dude, I'm nowhere near. Like, I do not have the same thought processes that these ownership groups or GMs have. But us three sitting here behind a computer screen, just average guys, friends, whatever, can see a problem. And we,
I mean,
it's ownership.
I saw
us three could work up a contract that would help this team tremendously.
You can't tell me we couldn't afford someone. You can't tell me
we can. It's just Liberty Media will not allow. It's not AA. I am 100% in agreement that it is not AA at all. It is Liberty Media. They will not allow him to spend over a certain amount, but they also want him to keep the guys that will sell. Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna, Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley. So he has to lock them up, and they're obviously worth a pretty penny.
Hey,
but then we got them for good deals too, for the most part.
Yes, I think that's why he did what he did. A lot of teams wait till they go to arbitration, keep them cheap so they can build around them for those four. They got like a 4-year window to where they have a lot of money and really good players.
You see, other teams are starting to do that now.
Yeah,
like Merrill got his, and someone else got theirs too, not that long ago. Like long-term deal. Churio, yeah.
I would buy a Sandy jersey. Just saying.
Shoot, Christian Campbell got one. He got a long-term deal, and he just started playing baseball.
I mean, I think, it's really just we need to start spending like the big market team we are, because we are the fourth biggest, like most revenue team in the league, and we are 17th in payroll.
I was telling somebody
that just does not line up.
I was telling somebody at work the other day, the Battery makes more than most Major League Baseball teams do altogether. Okay. So what I was like, okay, why don't you just take the whatever 20, 30, 40, whatever percent you get that you make in the Battery? Bro, you could pay a whole team with that money. Like just take the Battery money and pay for a team and do this and just put all the stadium money into Formula One, whatever you want to do. Like seriously,
Formula One.
Like
Formula One makes a shit ton of money too. So I don't even know where that money is going.
But that's what I'm saying. If you just take,
and that's like international too. Mm-hmm. Formula One is not like this. This is more national. What we got right here. Formula One is all over the world. It's like soccer.
So and that's my thing. If they just take 20% of profits from the Battery that they put in their pocket, I guarantee you they could pay off almost a whole team.
Oh yeah, it's probably a lot. But I guess we can segue into another topic that we didn't pay as well, and shortstop. So we can. What's the shortstop situation to you guys?
Trade him for a pitcher. That's
Nick Allen is my shortstop.
Yeah, Nick Allen is the GOAT.
Nick Allen is my shortstop.
Contact machine.
Dude, like,
who would you guys rather, Nick Allen or Bo Bichette?
Bo Bichette.
Like, it's Nick not Allen. Close, but. You like legitimately pick Nick
okay.
Allen?
No.
I would rather have Nick Allen if you're telling me we can go get a Cy Young pitcher.
Or Nick Allen or Dansby Swanson with the contract he got.
Dansby.
Yeah.
It's Dansby, yeah. 100%.
Clubhouse guy.
Dansby. I think
even though that contract was a lot of money.
Yes, but that leadership is something that we do not have anymore, and that's what Dansby had. Dansby brought that every day.
Real note,
I think we missed that. We missed that more than like his tools in the field. 100%.
Real note, like let's just give up our seat. Like just see, hey, we need an arm. Who wants some?
No one will want him.
Yeah, he's not even playing for us. Like Nick
Hey.
Allen took his starting spot, man.
Which I
So, like,
love. Absolutely.
What?
Send him to Guangdong. Send Arcia to Japan. Go get some
play for the
17-year-old.
Dragons.
Or no, go get some, not 17, go get some like 35-year-old pitcher that never has a shot in MLB for Arcia and just see if you can develop into something.
I respect Snip
Like what
for
the
that.
Orioles did with Sugano. He
Yeah,
got that, like,
do that.
Yeah.
It's the first time I can say Snit actually grew a pair and did something.
I mean, Nick Allen is like, he's like the perfect, like, bring your lunch pail to the, like, he's this blue collar guy, like, that plays the game the right way. Like, he's literally that person.
Nick Allen is the epitome of what I looked like playing baseball.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
just
smooth.
just a
I'm
grinder.
I'm not smooth. I don't look athletic. Nothing. But I will get the job done.
Yeah, he just gets the job done. Like, he's a good defender. Like, he battles in the box. I do not think he's a good hitter. Like, I don't think he's good at it. But he will grind out ABs. Like, you can tell he's like, Arcia will have these ABs where you're like, he's not there. Like, his feet are in the box, but like, he's not there. Like,
These
he's just
AB,
waving the bat.
every AB.
Yeah,
He's swinging
but
the
like
first.
Nick Allen is like,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude. But like, Nick Allen is in there, and you can tell. You know how like Marcelo Zuna, like, his at bats are like super competitive. Like, and you can just see, like, he's like super locked in. He loves hitting. Like, he's just super locked in. Nick Allen is that guy, just with like a tenth
Way
of
less
the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, whenever Nick Allen's in the box, I don't know if y'all think the same way. When Arcia was in there, I was like, this could go one way or another. Whenever Nick Allen's in the box with people on base, I'm like, there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Like
100%.
Like
he's
going to put the ball in play.
Yeah.
Arcia swings at the first three pitches every AB. He either hits it fair, super soft, or strikes out on a slider outside the lefty's batter's box. Nick Allen goes up there, competes, and will either hit a weak ground ball to shortstop and run a hard 90 every time.
Hard 90.
Or he will hit a little bloop over first base and get on base.
So true.
Every time. And I absolutely love it.
Dude's a line drive machine.
I'm here to watch it.
So here's a question for you. Javi Baez or Arcia?
Javi Baez.
Javi Baez, he plays better defense. I don't think Arcia plays good defense anymore.
Not anymore.
I just think he's lazy. I think
he looks lazy. He looks lazy.
I think he's a lazy baseball player now. I think he made his money. He's super, like, he's just like content with where he is. Like, complacent.
Because I mean, like, the first year
we're
he got
5-12. There's no place for that.
The first year that he got the full-time role, he was a legitimately good shortstop. He hit like 250 with like almost 20 bombs.
We didn't complain.
He was playing his butt off. He was playing for a starting spot.
And then I guess he got complacent. Now
he got it. And then
hopefully, I mean, I will agree. Arcia has more talent than Nick Allen. Yeah, maybe him getting benched will be like, okay, I got to do something. Will it? Probably not.
Yeah.
Or he just folds completely.
It's probably the latter of those two.
5'9", 180-pound former Oakland A took my starting spot. I need to buckle the heck down. I gotta figure it out.
Nick Allen has heart, dude. Just so much heart.
Yeah, he does.
We need more A's on our team. That's what we need. We need guys that come from poverty programs like the Athletics.
We've got some A's. We got Olsen. He's hitting 200.
And Sean Murphy.
Sean Murphy is hitting the ball very well right now.
Coming into today, he was tied for the lead in home runs in 6 games.
I'm just worried about him being on the field.
Well, until that happens.
He's so injury prone. He's always been so injury prone.
So, whenever Ozuna's going, just bring in Soderstrom, my boy, another A's guy. Let him DH.
Not a bad idea. Bring in Rooker.
Let's go get Jacob Wilson. In like 8 years.
They're not going to give him up.
In like 8 years when he's asking for too much money.
Then.
So how about we take the A's and just switch stadiums? They come to Atlanta, so it'd be the Atlanta A's.
And we go play in the minor league ball.
And then it'd be the Oakland or Sacramento Braves. There you go. And I'm now an A's fan.
That would make sense because we are playing like a minor league team, and we start minor leaguers on the mound every third day. So you're right.
We start minor leaguers 5 through 9 every day.
I'm just telling you, rotation to rotation and like somewhat of a lineup. If the A's came to town right now, I'm not guaranteed I'd put money on the Braves.
Oh, it's a 2-1 A's win the series.
That's what I'm
Right
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they're playing decent, actually good baseball for the A's. You know,
I like the A's. They're a scrappy bunch again. Scrappy bunch.
They
again.
always are.
They've won
They always
12-3
are.
today.
they were tanking it today.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're playing the White Sox, so that was
Yeah.
free money.
Fair.
I had the A's minus
I
one.
don't even know if we could take 2 from the White Sox. That's how bad we're playing right now.
We'll take at least one, I think. Yeah, I don't know about that second one. It'll be a battle.
Yeah. Depends on who
We got
they're starting and
You
who
got
we're
anything
starting.
else first, Will?
That's all I had for today.
All right. In hour 15, so basically we were the same person. We did like the exact same.
Except
All
I had a
right.
fun
I
game.
don't feel. Yeah, you had a game.
All right.
I just
My turn.
I just make us yap for an hour 15. Yeah, you get the next one, Nate.
All right, I'm gonna come
Nate'll
in.
keep us at like 27 minutes. All right, guys, we got to get out of here.
All right. No plan, guys. What do y'all think?
You just do that on air. Like I do the intro and then introduce you and you ask us.
Oh shit, I ain't got nothing. Go.
All right. Before we go, Will, tell the people what they need to do if they haven't done it yet.
Go follow us on all social media platforms, please. At HTL Sports, HTL Sports Betting, something like that. We got some stuff in the works. I'll put the Team USA teams out on Twitter with a little poll. See who has the best team. You know, maybe shout out whoever won on the next podcast. But yeah, go follow us on all that. Like, subscribe on YouTube. We live stream on Twitch Tuesday nights, and then I usually post to the YouTube and Spotify and like any podcasts on Wednesday morning. So yeah, just appreciate you guys. Yeah, go Braves.
Well done. That is going to do it, y'all. Like Will said, same time, same place next week. If it all goes to plan, normally we try to do Tuesday. So same time, same place. As always, we appreciate you watching and listening. If you're on Spotify, thanks, guys, and we will see y'all next time.
Peace.
See you.